Good afternoon, people. Prostate Talk TV, the best TV channel around right now, always covering the relevant topics of the community. All of the topics that we cover. But there's one topic that I'm concerned about that our people don't seem to speak about very much and very often, but it's affecting many black males in our community, and people are suffering in silence. So I'm going to bring this to the table because it needs discussing and it needs to be brought out into the open. I mean, in this very coffee shop here, about a week ago, I was speaking to a brother, about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. I was speaking to a brother about this thing that they call prostate. Prostate cancer is the subject of today. So we're just going to talk about just the prostate. We're going to put the cancer aside and just deal with the prostate itself to begin with, and then I'm going to give you some details. So I'm sat here drinking my coffee as I do. I love a coffee.
Yeah.
We do love coffee.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you one thing about coffee. It is very dangerous if it's not consumed with a little bit of intellect behind it. When I say intellect, nothing great. What I'm talking about is just, I mean, when I go abroad, say I was in Morocco, for instance, and they gave me a cup of coffee, they're always going to give me a glass of water with it. Because it's very important that after you drink the coffee, you have to water it down. Caffeine is a very dangerous thing. Yeah? It shrinks the neck of the bladder and causes all kinds of problems for the bladder. And if it's drunk too much and not enough water, it's been drunk after it, then it can cause problems with your prostate. Now, I'm not shy to say it, you know what I mean? And the first signs that you're going to get when it comes to your prostate is your urination is going to be affected by it. You'll no longer be urinating fluently and emptying your bladder, as they say. You'll be urinating in drops or drip, you know, a little bit and then stop. You know, if anything like this is happening in your urination as a black male, you need to go and get a PSA check. It sounds like something very, very complicated. It isn't. It's just a blood test. You go to your doctor, they'll take your blood, and from your blood they can find out a lot of information in terms of your health. So you ask for a PSA check, especially I would advise you brothers over 35 years of age, 40 to 50. These are the ages that this thing can be affected. But the first sign is that your urination is not going to be fluent. So take heed of what I just said.
Stream is weak.
Yes, so if your stream is strong while you're urinating and you feel like you're having a nice urination and emptying your bladder, then you're fine. I would say you was fine. But any problems with that, it's go and get it checked out. But I would advise any black male between 35 and 40, even after 30, to have a PSA check. Check their bloods and make sure there's no sign of prostate problems with their prostate. I'm going to take it to something personal. This is my own particular situation right now. I don't worry about anything. I believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I don't worry about life and death because we've seen it in front of our eyes right here in the community for years. But many people will become worried. And it is something that I have been thinking deeply about because it's a serious matter. You know, but I know when it's time to go with God, there's nothing going to stop that. Only when God calls us in, we're going. So we can't fight against that.
It's life. Yeah.
What we can do is we can eat healthy. We can eat healthy food. We can change our diet.
So what does the breadfruit do for them?
I'm not going to go into the breadfruit for now. I'm going to discuss the. We're going to get stay on the prostate on the topic of the prostate.
Yeah.
We're going to stay on the topic of the prostate.
Yeah.
Now I want you to come here close, black. I want you to get this, and I'm going to show you something here. This is very, very important. Right, this area here is the prostate, this grey area. That is the prostate gland. It's the shape of a walnut, and its size is whatever. It gets bigger as we get older. That's natural. But if it raises too much, it can cause problems with the urethra and stop the flow of your urine, and that's when you'll know that there's a problem here.
So when that bit
here,
bigger,
where this arrow is and this finger is pointing, this dark area here is what they call the area of concern. Now, I received some information before I went forward, and I got an X-ray. This is the X-ray that you're looking at now. Where this arrow is and this dark patches, they say that this is an area of concern, and this is a possibility of cancer. Okay. Now, because I received information, by the grace of God, I received information before I went for this biopsy. And I asked him the questions. I said to him, because it would describe, the information that came to me, described like this. He said, imagine you've got a balloon full of water, and I stick a pin in it. What's inside it is going to come out naturally. Okay? So this is the same instance as if my prostate, they want to do a biopsy. Now biopsy consists of taking a needle, sticking it into the prostate and taking a sample of the prostate out, and they'll send it off and see if it's cancerous in any way. So I said to the doctor, okay, if be the case that it is cancerous, is it likely that the cancer could spread, come out from that puncture and spread around the body? And the doctor replied in the affirmative, he said yes. I said okay. I also asked him another question about if you have a tumour, you found a tumour inside you. If you was to cut into that tumour and that tumour was cancerous, would it be possible, a possibility that the cancer could spread into other parts of the body? He said yes. I said okay, no problem. And I'm not doing this to put anybody off biopsies. If you feel it's right to take a biopsy, then by all means you take that biopsy.
Yes.
Do whatever you do for yourself to make you feel comfortable.
Yes.
What I'm comfortable with is a different matter. But don't follow me. I'm not telling you to follow me. I'm just giving you some useful information.
Yes.
And I'm talking openly about a situation they call prostate cancer,
Yes.
which is prevalent amongst black males.
Yes, very.
Right? So basically, I refused the biopsy. For them reasons. I was not afraid, but I was concerned that this cancer, if it is cancer and he pokes a needle in there, could spread from that hole around the body, which he confirmed that yes, it was a possibility. 2 weeks later, doing some further research, I came across a book. I came across a book by a leading prostate specialist in America, in Florida, and his name is Ronald Wheeler. Now, this book, the face and the cover of the book confirmed to me exactly what I had been given in information and exactly what the doctor confirmed to be the truth. Now, many doctors will not tell you this and not admit to the fact that it's a possibility that biopsies will spread the cancer because they are likely to lose their doctorate, like Mr. Ronald Wheeler did. He lost his right as a doctor in America. And this is the book. It's called Men at Risk, by a man named Ronald Wheeler. Now, as you can see on the front, underneath Men at Risk, it says the dirty little secret. Now, this dirty little secret is, as you can see at the very bottom of the page, it says that prostate biopsies really do cause cancer cells to spread. And this is a leading psychologist who said this.
Yeah.
And it's his book. And this book is available on Amazon for anybody who wants to read it. Okay? Anyway. So biopsies do spread cancer cells. It's been confirmed. And I'm not trying to put you off biopsies. You do whatever you have to do to survive. Some people panic and worry about dying and leaving their children and their families. And they just let the doctors do whatever they want. And sometimes this can be the worst decision they've made, because this cancer could spread around the body. And it will take them out quicker than maybe some. There is other methods now. There's one method that's still in the guinea pig stage, and somebody's recommended that to me, to go and you take your bloods, and from your bloods now they can determine whether there's cancer in there. Some new science, new technology, and it's still in the trial period. But I was invited to come and be a guinea pig, which I didn't mind because they weren't sticking needles in me in certain areas which I didn't approve of. So, as I said, I'm not telling you not to take a biopsy at all. I'm telling you that I decided not to do that because I was given information that it is a possibility of, if it is cancerous, it can spread. The doctor said to me also, it may be cancerous, it may not. It may be something, it may not be nothing at all. I'm taking a risk now by not going forward and doing what they would normally do and take a biopsy and find out whether it is cancerous and, you know, take the relevant steps. But I asked the doctor, okay, say it is cancerous. What would be the next step? The next step would be to radiotherapy. Okay, and if that doesn't work, chemotherapy. None of that for me. If that doesn't work, he said, well, we'll have to cut the prostate out. And cutting the prostate out means that you will lose your manhood. The prostate is a vessel responsible for sperm production, erection, everything to do with your manhood. The prostate regulates that. So having no prostate could leave you in a situation whereby you will not be able to please your wife anymore. And that, for me, I said to the doctor, is not an option. Not an option that I would like, right? So, anyway, as I said, what I've decided to do, number one, is change my diet. Adopt a healthier diet, no sugars. Sugar is the main food for cancer. Be mindful of that. Sugar is the main food for cancer. So if you want your cancer to grow big muscles, you keep eating sugar. But you know, when it comes to anything like that, the sugar you need to leave out and adopt a healthy diet. You know, of green vegetables. You know, callaloo if you love callaloo. Not so much oil though, and no fried stuff. You'll know what diet. You can go on the internet and find out what diets is good for the prostate. And there's a lot of information on the internet. So go and surf the internet. You may find out more information than I'm doing. But I'm just raising this topic because there's a lot of black men in our community that's suffering in silence.
I'm not saying anything.
I was sat down there last week and I just came in, you know me, I'll talk about things, I'll talk out openly. And I mentioned it to the people in the cafe. I said I've just gone to a hospital and they want to give me a biopsy. And they said there's a possibility they may be cancer in my prostate and maybe not. And when I did that, there was a man here. I started speaking to him at a low voice. So I moved closer to him to hear him. And he whispered in my ear, mate, I've been suffering from prostate cancer too, you know. Why are you whispering? Is it prostate a thing we must whisper about? Our brothers are dying from prostate cancer. Why are we whispering about it in coffee shops? You're talking about a group for people. But this group is specifically for people who have had cancer and are dealing with the aftermath of cancer. The psychological aftermath as well as the physical. And basically, it's a group of people. They come together and they share ideas and they have a cup of tea and talk and walk sometimes. Which is a great facility, you know what I mean, to have in the community. That should be open to the people. So when I went to that group, I said, well, why am I hearing about this group? A little whisper in a coffee shop. I have to open the door. Pepper's getting in. Let the flow. Sorry about that. This is not a COVID cough. This is when Junior puts the Scotch bonnet on it's a nice atmosphere. Anyway, as I said, be mindful. Yeah, prostate cancer is serious. It's killing our people. Yeah, our black men are dying from prostate cancer by the droves. I don't know why.
So you were speaking about the group.
Yeah. But as I said, I don't know why it's prevalent in black males. I don't know if it's our diet. I don't know if it's our sexual appetite. I don't know what exactly brings this prostate to us more often than it does our white or mixed counterpart or any other race. Yeah. So be mindful. Number one, diet. Yeah. You know, number two, you drink, you float. Make sure there's plenty of water. You have to drink plenty of water, whether you like it or not. I know people like drinks with flavor and taste, but water is essential. We're made up of 75% water. The earth, 75% water. This is what gives us a direct connection with the planet Earth, number one. But very important for the running of the body. I could just put oil in my water tank of my car and expect myself to get down the road. So what we put in our body is important. You are what you eat. It's a real statement. Do you know what I mean? It didn't make sense one time, but it is real now. You know, as I said, you know, your fuel for your body is very important. I'm not going to put diesel in a petrol car because it's going to run the engine ragged and destroy it. So be mindful of what you put inside your body, because exactly what you put inside your body is how you're going to operate, how your mood's going to be. Everything about you is going to be determined by what you eat. Yes, this group, I'm not going to open up the realms to this group at this stage, because they even said to me that I shouldn't be there. What? And why? You haven't been confirmed that you got cancer. Hold on, so you're going to wait till I'm half dead before you're going to invite me to come and share some ideas with my brothers that may help, may save a life? Yeah. Ridiculous.
That's not make sense.
No disrespect to the group, because this group has put me in touch with some very important people who can help. But I don't feel that they will be happy for me to just, you know, release the details of this group, because it's a sort of a contained group. People who have had experience with cancer and are dealing with the aftermath of cancer. If they don't get us one way, they get us another way. It's not coming from there, it's coming from jerk chicken next door. But we're getting Smokey in here, like Smokey Robinson. But anyway, as I said, be mindful of the prostate. Very serious issue amongst black men. Nobody wants to talk about it. I'm coming out in the open about it. I have no fear of dying. When it's time to go, we're going to go. As you know, we're losing legends by the day. Every day a legend's leaving us. So we can't sit here in silence and things that are killing our people, we're not even prepared to speak about. We have to speak about everything.
So I don't cut the maker. So apart from those stuff, what the you know, like you were suggesting about drinking water and that, what is there anything significant that you're doing to decrease?
Yeah.
The
Well,
prostate?
as I said, yeah, we said if you find a tumor, if you find the area of concern, like
like
what I
you
just
showed.
shown you,
Yeah.
Number one, don't panic.
Yeah.
Don't start thinking, my life, man, I'm gonna dead. Don't panic.
Yeah.
Stress is a killer. And stress will make, if you do have any cancers, stress will bring it on more. So the first thing you do, relax. Educate yourself. Get information on what you're dealing with. Have a look at x-rays, because one thing that they were surprised by when they invited me for a biopsy, I said, can I see the x-ray please? Because I'd like to see what you're seeing. Let me have my opinion on what you're viewing and how I view it. Which they was pretty shocked. And they had to get the consultant to come through. I said, sir, yeah, come this way. Yeah. And I could see it was something that they don't normally do.
Yes.
But I requested it, and they obliged. And we had a great conversation, and he confirmed. He didn't lie to me. He didn't cover anything over. I appreciate that, because it was useful for me to deal with this thing. Now, when I left there, I had to think, well, could there be cancer in my prostate? Could I have 10 minutes left? Could I have 2 hours left? Could I have 10 years left? Could I have 5 years left? These are things I had to think about. Think about, but I didn't stress about it. I'm not stressing about none. When God take my soul, I'm gone. I don't worry about nothing. I'm just going to do my job until that day and do the best I can do. But as I said, the prostate situation is a serious situation. If you have any problems urinating, have it checked. Just go to the doctors. Even if you're 40, just go and get it checked. You don't have to have any problems before you get checked. Just go and get a PSA, Papa Sierra Alpha check. Just go to your doctor and ask for that. They'll take a bit of blood sample and they'll tell you exactly if anything is going on. It's important that you do that between 35 and 40 and 50 years of age.
But what about the physical check?
The physical check. I've no, as I said, check your urination. Your urination and your defecation.
Sorry, yeah, the physical check for your prostate is via where they put the finger inside it.
And listen,
so that's what most.
This is what black men are scared of.
Exactly.
Why? Is this the reason why we're hiding this prostate thing?
Yes.
Someone doesn't want to say, oh, well, they stuck their finger up my bum, you know. The prostate is in the area that the closest place to it is the rectum. And that's the, and don't get me wrong, that finger check is nothing. Don't even have it done. It's a humiliation thing, and it doesn't determine anything. All they're feeling for is any hard bits
To see if
on
it's
the prostate.
inflamed.
Yeah, it doesn't. No, the inflammation is what will cause them to take that test anyway. What I'm saying is not about the inflammation of it that causes them to. They do it to feel if there's any hard bits on it.
Okay.
Let them know that's cancer. It's a soft little vessel. It's a walnut-sized vessel. It's soft.
Okay.
So when they feel it, if it's got any hard bits, they know something's growing on it. You know what I'm saying? So this is the finger test. It's a very, very, very undignified test, but it's essential at times. But anyway, as I said, it's not something you need to do,
So
because it doesn't determine anything. Just give me a second, because I'm going to draw up a diagram here so people know exactly what they're looking at and what exactly the prostate is. Because a lot of people don't know what the prostate is.
I had my prostate check. Yeah.
Okay.
And so there was a gentleman that died. He used to drive the buses. He died last year. He had prostate.
Okay.
And he used to say to me, yo, blacks, go and check your prostate, please check it. I used to like, you know, but one time, I think I probably had a water infection, I think it was. Yeah, and when my ween was feeling strange, stinging, I'm like, yo, what's going on?
That's
so
another
panicked,
one of the.
so I panicked and I go to the doctor, rapid, because I'm like, yo, I need to. So when I gone there now, he said, okay, you need to give me a prostate check. I said, that's what I need anyway, I've gone for. So he checked and he said, like, yo, Mr. Blackwood, you're fine, nothing's wrong with you. Yeah, everything's fine. But then I don't know if it was my mind, but then after that, I was fine within a day or so, because with him saying that now, I just started drinking pure water. And then within a day or so, I was fine again. But I panicked.
What I will say to our black men, be careful where you're putting your sausage. Hold on a second, let me show you this diagram here. Right? And you'll see there's the finger inserted into the rectum. You see that little pink thing? That's the prostate. Let me bring it back so you can see the sign. Right, so that little pink walnut-sized thing is the prostate. And the fastest and easiest way to get to it is through the rectum, unfortunately. It's very undignified, but they feel around it to see if there are any hard bits, and they'll determine whether there's some kind of cancer or some growth on it. It doesn't determine anything, certainly, but it is just a little preliminary check. And basically that is it. That there, as you can see, the bladder, the rectum, and also the prostate, right? And the wire goes right through the penis, and the wee comes out through the bladder. You see, the wee goes through a tube that goes through the prostate and down the penis, out of the penis. Yeah. So basically, when the prostate gets inflamed, it closes this tube. It squeezes the urethra and stops the flow of the wee from the bladder. And this is where the first signs of problems are. So be mindful of this, people. Do go and check it. Don't be shy. I'm not telling you to get the finger. But it's a very serious thing, and brothers are dying in silence because they don't want to talk about it. They don't really want to even think about it, and they'll sit there and suffer in silence. And next thing we know, blah blah died of cancer. Blah, we never knew he had cancer. Yeah, prostate, bro.
Then it's too late.
We're suffering with it for years. So I'm not saying to you, and I don't believe. I do believe, sorry, that cancer can be cured. And they say if you catch the prostate cancer early, you can cure it. However, if you leave it too late, you may not be able to do it because it may spread around the body, right? I haven't got the best information on the time period you have. I'm playing with time right now because I don't know what's going on down here, you know? Before you know, I could see me in a 6 months time and what I've got martyred down. God knows. But I believe in God, so I'm not fearful of dying, number one. Number two, I'm going to change my diet. I'm going to go strictly organic. My favourite drink has to go, I'm sorry. The love of coffee has to be no more, because coffee is serious and it affects your body seriously. So if you are a coffee drinker, make sure you drink a good, half a litre at least of water after you drink your coffee.
So Mega, there was one more information that I don't know if you forget, that when you was speaking to a gentleman one time, I was there with you, and he said to you, don't consume too much egg yolk.
Yes.
Because egg yolk, so I got and I've done a research on the egg yolk. So egg yolk it increases your chance
Got a lot of cholesterol in there.
by 70%.
70%.
Look it up.
Prostate.
70%. Look, egg yolk.
Well, I'm listening to you.
Just bring it up.
Yeah, but you got the information, you're giving it live here.
So they said
it's
it's 70% chance of increasing by the prostate.
And I've
By
been eating eggs by the train alone.
because the yolks got a
certain
chemical
compound in there.
a chemical inside it that messes up the whole prostate.
And I've been eating eggs for years.
So
but I love it in the
since
middle.
I've heard that, I've not had egg yolk. I've eat egg.
All right,
but
egg white.
I tell my baby mother take the yellow out of it. So she fries the white.
Okay.
But I've not been eating the yolk since.
One of the other problems, the other thing, what was it again? Testosterone is the enemy of the prostate. In a sense, testosterone is what makes us virile men. It's a necessity in us. But when your prostate starts messing around, you have to suppress the testosterone. Because the testosterone is like, when we get that urge for the woman, the testosterone gives us that urge for the woman. But testosterone makes the prostate swell, because the prostate gives us the hard on. The prostate produces the fluid that makes the sperm travel, and makes the sperm also.
So what you say is that too much sex is not good for
No. I believe ejaculating is very good for the prostate because it relieves the prostate from the pressure. Imagine when I see my wife for hold on, and I'm full of power. This is testosterone in it.
Okay.
So it's a build up of it, so it's good to release.
Oh, it's good to release.
That's why you see this angry man walking around because not getting no girl. They got no girl.
Yeah, you're right.
And they're full of testosterone and hungry.
But one time I was thinking that too much release will get you. And because I was trying to read up on the same prostate thing, the same time, I was thinking, I was having too much sex. Yeah, so I was thinking, could it be something like that? You get me? Yeah? So when I read up on the thing, but then like you just said, releasing the sperms, the semens, then help the prostate to,
Yeah, well, it's good because it's basically once I empty my semens, do you know what I mean? My prostate has to replace it. Do you know what I'm saying? So we're working. Number one, it will be full of pop. We have to empty out, so to speak.
Yes.
I'm not saying that this is gonna shrink. I'm not saying that this is a solution to shrink your prostate.
No,
but I've heard, and I believe also that it is relieving of the tension inside the prostate to empty it out. Because what I did notice is hours after sex, when I went to the bathroom to urinate, my urinate was fluid. The whole pipe system seemed open and fluid.
Okay.
Straight after.
So you know,
just
so you
flow.
notice the difference, yeah.
So don't oversex yourself, you know what I mean? But empty out, you know, the semens and you know, relieve it. Well, as I said, take that PSA check first and foremost and see what your situation is. I encourage all black men, don't be shy, don't suffer in silence. Speak to your brothers about it. They may know a little bit of information that might help you, but don't keep quiet about it. We've been keeping quiet too long and we're losing too many legends to this prostate cancer thing. So, as I said, stay tuned. Yes, we're gonna. Stay tuned and we're going to come back with some more information, you know what I mean? But it's a very serious subject that we need to take seriously. And I'll advise all black men over between 35, 40 and 50
Share some information.
to go to your doctor and ask for a PSA check, which is just a simple slicing of the finger and they're taking blood or whatever they're taking from here. And then they'll be able to tell you the situation with your prostate. But the first signs of it are your urination is going to struggle. You're going to struggle urinating. So anything like that starts happening, you make sure you get to your doctors and ask for that PSA check.
And you would not encourage someone to have the biopsy done?
Me personally, no.
Yeah.
I refuse a biopsy.
Yeah.
I'm not telling anybody to
Yeah.
not have a biopsy.
That's your
If you
personal-
feel, my
Yeah.
personal choice was not to, and the reason being because I was given information, and a doctor confirmed it that if it was cancerous and stick the biopsy needle in there, pull it out, then this cancer could come out and spread over to other parts of the body.
Great possibility.
And this is the reason why I refused it. And I'm looking at other ways,
Overwork.
other ways of dealing with this situation without taking the biopsy. Stay tuned, we're going to come back to you. This is Mosside Talk TV, the realest talk you're going to get from the streets. And stay tuned, we're going to come back with some more information about the prostate. Anybody got any problems and you need someone to speak to, I'm here for you, okay? Don't suffer in silence. Peace, people.